Okie dokie. So I've played and played. We're up to 200 cycles now. Got all the pips in. And I got this Shatterflocks. Their shareable glass antlers grow only when they are fed abyssalite. I got one of them now. Diet. Bristle blossom wasn't bristleberry. Bristle blossom. That's this one. So abyssalite. Alright. Glass abyssalite. Oh, feeder. Feeder. Let's make it out of copper. Let's get that in there. So the doors are open here. We got one nature reserve and one stable. Greenhouse, nature reserve, and stable. So we got thimbleweeds growing up here. We got food growing up here. And we're eating some of these bristle blossoms. I finally got in some mushrooms. Some dusky caps. So they're cooking down here. Got some water. I dug into this thing. So we're getting the water flowing there, and for now we're using it in the metal refinery. Because we need some refined metals. We got a couple of cooks. So they're cooking up a storm. The critters are going berserk. Making meat and whatnot. We got another dusky cap going here. We got water weeds all the way downtown. So we got 5 of those, and there's another one deeper below. This is just a setup for the toilet. So the excess should be going into these water sieves. So this is of course the exit, the shit water and whatnot. And that's getting funneled in there. And then half of it is going up this way, but half of that is going back in here, hopefully. So it shouldn't get drained. It's not attached to this water main, because we're using that in the refinery. So eventually it'll get a little bit hot in here, which is fine. Printables. Let's get a kitty, why not? Where are we gonna relocate? Chuck it in there. Niner that. So we got some extra toilets in case these clog up. And then we got the bedrooms over here. And then we got all these guys. Which is, where's the light one? They're not giving off light because they're cramped. Okay. We can fix that. But they are giving off radiation. So if we got these guys, and then maybe some weezeworts growing up in here, we should get a lot of rads. Dun, 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 dun. So once we research enough, we'll get the picnic chairs, these ones, beach chair, and then we can hopefully use that with just these guys. We'll have to see about that. We got some space up here, maybe we can make it there. That'd be pretty cool. This is closed off. We got a lot of room up here. We can dig out even more. And there's some neutronium here, but that's just shit. What is it? I don't know. And then we got the somnium synthesizer over here, so we'll get into that eventually. We got floral scent in here, which is fine. We could get rid of it. No point in having it, really. So, yeah, that's there. We got water. We got some crabs in here. So, that'll be good. After that, this water is, well, we filled up a little bit from the shit water. Should be clean at least for now. Then we got some gas coming in here for the hydrogen generator. Bedrooms are looking good. We've got 6 dupes. So we got a couple of things here we could dig into. Let's see, the neutronium here is natural gas. Got a cold biome in here. Got another cold biome here, and we got 2 downstairs. So, here's that little tank reservoir and whatnot. We can still dig this out. We're drawing water from here for now. So, we got some oxyferns down there. And we got a couple of down here. Here's the Princeptor, which I don't know actually what it does. So one day we'll figure that out. This is for hydrogen. So, it's a big tank. Lots of power. As for the piping, it goes every which way. Comes in here. Into the tanks. Out there. We got a stopper there. And it's getting shipped down. It's coming back up here. But we need to cool it first, so that's what's going on there. This is oil fissure. I'm gonna wait with these because I wanna analyze them before I fire them up. So that's why it's taking so long. And then we got water over here, which we're gonna dig into shortly. So, got a little bedroom going on down here we haven't dug out yet. There's a lot to get into. So, of course, bringing water down here is gonna be a little bit tricky. It's the middle pipe. That just has a short loop down here before getting sent back up. And I don't know where to send it yet, so gotta figure that out. The oil is coming in here, cycling through here and going out there, so that'll get real cold, minus 40 probably. We'll see how that turns out. And there's wart seed. Let's sweep that, put a 9er on it. Let's dig these. So that's one cold biome, and here's the other. Gotta get digging into that eventually. Dig this out. Yeah, we got a little spigot seal down there. Don't know what to do with them. Put them down here now, I guess. Relocate there. Yeah, okay. At least for now. So we got a little farm going on down here. Maybe we'll throw another pip in here, plant some over here and some there. This is igneous rock, so I could dig this out and get more wolframite. This neutronium is what? Salt water. Not really interested, but we could. There's There's another ice biome over there. But I love the fact that this is so close to everything that I'm using. I do need to make a better piping down here so I can bring it up and down, but we do have this out, so that could work. But yeah, this is gonna get real hot. We're gonna pump it down. This is gonna get real hot, and we're gonna pump it down. And this is gonna get real hot, and we're gonna pump that down. So everything should chill off before we use it. So that'll keep everything nice and cool. We could get this going. But then there's the analyzing aspect. I don't know where to dig into this to analyze it without it overflowing. Should we release it or not? The wall is set up. I had to dig into these things before we got around to that. So, a little bit micromanaging. That's a nice little water tank right there. We can't cool it until we get the hydrogen. So, that is what it is. What do we need for this? We don't really need any sensors for this, do we? I don't think so. Let's just save it right quick and see if we can dig into it. See if that'll cut it. We can do 2 or 3. I think that'll be fine. We'll see. Wait, this wasn't the slush, was it? Cool steam, yeah. Let's see. Oh, come on. So we cleaned up all this, very nice. Shouldn't be any reason to go back in there. Lock the doors, we don't need to do that until we break it. Right, analyze that. Niner. You are dormant right at the moment. Alright, let's dig the whole thing out. Good shit. That's hydrogen. Or chlorine, I mean. Give it a little bit more space here. Like so. So that's dormant right now, which is perfect. I just hope we can get the researcher in there. It's a hike and a half, but gold is fine. Let's see, who do I have on research? Is it Harvester? Yeah. So let's up the research on Harvester. For now. We got Trimmer on farming, so that should be fine. Alright. Get you in there. Come on, buddy. Okay, we got no research going on here. Alright. So these are picking up critters. That's cuttlebugs, and these are royal. So there'll always be 2 in here, and these are feeding off the bristle blossom, so they should be reproducing all the time. And we're just sending them down here. Same thing up here, Bristle Blossom, and then sending another. You needed, what was it? Abyssalite. Phlox something. Phlox Fawn? I don't know. Shatterflox. 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 Alright, Abyssalite. Had to be Abyssalite. Let's put 55, that's fine. We should have a bunch of Abyssalite. And every other critter that is just too much is getting shipped down here. So that's gonna be cramped, which is fine. You are digging up the metal there. That is coming out. Let's see here. 40 degrees. 50 degrees. Alright. But it is just water. Alright. So that's pure water. So we could ship it in here, but we're not going to do that. How you doing? You're doing good. Alright. Let's get that underway. We'll analyze this or this after. We'll see who goes dormant first. I gotta set up the ban for these AIs. Whatever. So that'll take care of that. Wood tile. What's the run speed? 25. So we could utilize that if we want to run back and forth. But I've never bothered. Camille dining. We could have that. Clothing refashionator. Material study. You're gonna go up here. I can't fit all of that in there unless I break that down. Alright. Lunar slice. Deconstruct. Niner. And we're gonna put in that there. So critter drop off. Somebody get to it. So, just one thing at a time here. That needs to be shine whatnot at 7. Yeah. Drop off, shine. So royal bug, we're not doing the small ones. Put that at 7. Get away. Deconstruct that. Get the painting out of there. And that one. Let's get the station up and running. So that goes there. And then we need to plant some with the pips. So let's see if we can get at least one in there, but where do we put it? There or there? I think we need to put her there. Radiation, automation, and needs to go like that. Mm-hmm. So that'll go in there. I don't know if it's the best, but it's pretty good. We could scoot it over, switch these two around. Maybe that'll give us more rads. Could do that. Might as well, right? Alright. Let's do... You're not going to get in the way of the shot. No, you should be fine. Alright. Stations. So, research right there. Material studies there. That doesn't make a lick of difference. What the hell? So we're gonna have that, and we're gonna have it there. Could chuck it over there. I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these if I want it over here. Well, we do have the ladders. Alright, let's get rid of the ladders. Get rid of those. You can cheap doing that. Let's see, power goes in there, goes in there. Deconstruct that one. Where is the decor? There, decor. Boom. That is already lit. That's why they're over here. Okay, because I can see the lights over here. Alright. How many rads are over here then? It's 300 rads. That's pretty damn good. Good shit. Rad. Up or down? Let's... So they're usually... It's 300 down here, 330, 350, 3... Okay. So... They're high flying most of the time. Can it be that close though? Maybe not. Maybe it can't be that close. Maybe we move this over there. Or maybe we break down everything. Which means we're gonna get it over there. See if we can do that. Which means we're back to square one, maybe. We got rid of the ladders. That's the difference. There it is. Right, so that goes there, then we get the rads. Bam. Flip it upside down. And then we put in the food, because we need a little bit different distance to the material study. That should be good. Right there. And we get another rad. Over there. Boom. That should do it. Alright, power-wise. Chuck you in there, you go there, and this. Oh, we could bring it up. Bring that up too. Deconstruct those. going to put an immense strain on everything, which is a bit of a problem. New printables. Let's just get that shit right there. So these suck up 1,000. Yeah, that is a problem. We need to automate that. Which means, since the green cylinder rat ball storage is full, so that needs to send to those. We need to convert it first, so we need a NOT gate. That's a bit of a problem too. We can have 2 NOT gates. We could. Can I chuck that in there? I think I can. And that goes up there and there. This goes down there and this goes over and down. So when it's full, that'll shut this down. But we still don't have enough power for all this, which is a concern. Harvester, you are. Well, you can get a bit more. Not really. We could push it to 26. Don't know if it's worth it though. You know? That's 27. Where is Harvester right now? He's down there in the muck. That's usually not where he is. Alright, let's push it. There. Make it a bit quicker. Alright. So that is dormant for now. Do we insulate that? No, it is insulated. Could dig it out, we're not gonna. So that's just gonna flow down there and fill up. Shouldn't be a problem. It's fine. Overpressure. Okie dokie. So that's fine. And this needs to be set to shine bugs and whatnot. Oil bug, shine bug, and sun bug. 7 priority. But every time this cuts off the power, you need to fire it that way. You need to fire it that way. Does it store any of the... Let's disable that one. Put an 8 on it. Why not? So that'll just draw 500 instead of... But yeah, for now we just have the one wheel running here, and that produces 400 in it. Yeah, 400 watts. So once we get this cooking, we'll have 800 more. So that's 1200 on the wire. That is continuous. So that's a lot more stable. for now we could disable this. Let's do 51, so or 52. So we are sure that we got enough. So the wart seeds, these warts, give off 381 rads, which is the same as, well, it's 400 down there, but we gotta go next to it. So. It's as much as the bugs, which means we get a little bit more over here. That is the upper one though, so that's 318 plus the bugs. You can max that however much you want. So it does store it for a little while, but it does deteriorate, degrade. Yeah, red ball decay. So that's what it is. These are cramped and uncomfortable, so whatever. If I got rid of this, I could get some more rads out of this. Well, no, not really, no. Could have a relay on it, doesn't really do much. No, no point. Okay. You don't seem to want to put in the... Let's see, berry sludge. Put it in there. So, this one doesn't cut anything. It's the pemmican, berry sludge, and the muck root. These are eternal foods. I should probably have the other one. There it is. Alright, so these are foods we're not consuming. We're saving it up for the space journey. Well, we are consuming these really, but let's not and see what it. So this one, this one, and berry sludge. It should be everything. This one, grapefruit preserve, lasts 32 cycles, I think. So we could use that for space flight. How you doing? Alright, data bank, sweep that as a 9er into this one. Tech component. Alright, let's make sure we get all those. Alright, so your water. Do we have a switch? We got a switch over here for that one. So let's fill it up for a while. Let it fill up. Sweep this place clean so we don't run back and forth all the time in here. And keep it closed. Yeah. That'll be good. And are you eating glass? You got your food. You're cramped. That's something that comes and goes. Maybe we got too many shine bugs. Maybe. I don't think we're not counting eggs and minor shine bugs. which is why. So there could be a better setup for this, but it is what it is. The space here is 78. Should get some glass out of it, which is nice. We don't need all the glass. Right, so you've done all of that. Let's do at least 10 of these. Use that for steel later on. Let's give it a 20. We got some gold. Grown a little bit short on this one, but we'll get more later on. So it should be fairly fine. So this will get clean eventually, since we're sieving it. We're not losing any of it, because we're not putting it in there. So the toilet seemed to be working fairly nicely. As long as this is not powered. Power's on. So that's just a matter of time. 32 out of 20 morale need. You're digging, drilling, and supplying. Should we push for... I guess we should. A little bit of speed. Building and running. Yeah, drilling. So, farming and ranching and researching. Operating and tidying. And I guess we're going for speed. What are you? You're tidying, so you should definitely have supply. And you need a bit of speed. You're ranching and farming and operating. Alright. So we need this to get mechatronic. We already have a mechatronic though. We'll see. At least do the critters. So everything is hunky-dory. Decor is nice, except for the bathroom, which we can't really do anything about unless we get rid of one. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Got carpets all over the place, which is pretty excellent. We could put carpets in here. Could get a second wheel, second generator. You know, we do have 2 runners. Who's the designer in here? We got Masterworks on that one. So let's get rid of that. Deconstruct. Put a wheel in there. Let's get this powered up. Chuck that in there. Power there. That's just a 5 and a 50, so that's natural. We do have 2 people that can do the running. Right. Operating. We got trimmer, harvester, and mechanic. Yeah. Engineer. And dozer. I guess we could just decrease that a little bit. Right. So how are the rads building up over here? Slow. Real slow. Definitely overextended on the old power consumption. So we could make a secondary line. This is a single solitude line. We could do that, which means power for that. Then we break it apart. Chuck that on there. What am I doing? This needs to go there, but it doesn't need to go up. So it's just there. I'd rather have it there though. Deconstruct that. Could drive you through the walls, but there's no point in that. Alright. So we don't have a battery for that one. Yeah, we do need that. That's a bit of a problem. Dun, 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 dun. Where the hell? We could chuck one in there, but don't wanna. And that means this is out of power. I think we hook it back up. Hook it back up, and then we make a secondary line. Just keep it as it was. Then we make another one going out there and through here. We cut that here. Deconstruct that one. Snip it up there. Deconstruct there. Snip this one. Still don't have a battery. Yeah. Seeing as we could set a battery up here, but that's a little bit tricky. Let's get a ladder up in here so we can build this one. I think that should cover it. Could not go that way, no. But we can go down and make a battery down there. So let's do that. And chuck in insulated tile right there. And all the way down here. Make a little room in there. That's pretty nice right there, really. So let's cancel that. Dig out those. Chuck in an insulated tile right there. Prioritize these. Keep on digging in. need slow heating. Not really. Let's just make it a regular thermally reactive. Could do that. Mafic rock, we got tons of that. So let's use that. And just chuck it in there, I guess. That'll do. Why not? Alright, so you guys go there. Because it just looks nifty, I guess. Right, power coming down into there. We do have smart batteries. Doesn't hold as much. I'm gonna go for jumbo. So let's put at least one in there. We could go for two. Why not? Thermal reactor. Might as well take that, power it up. Hopefully that doesn't burn. It should have been conductive, maybe, whatever. What was I thinking? Tiles. Get that back to decor. Alright. So, that should be fine right there. Which means we're good to go. That should be able to reach that. Do I need? I do. Unless I take that away. We gotta get a ladder up in there too. And that should get this going, and this should be fairly good. But it means the research is a little bit iffy on the power. Doesn't really matter much. But that means this main is down to 1300, which is nice. This is all cleaned up. So we can lock that door. Put a 7 on it. And we're good to go. Hell yeah, dude. Nice. Alright, so we'll get the water in there, and we need oxygen generation room for that. First we need to chill it. So, following the main goes through here, as where it's the middle one coming down. Which means it'll lose a lot of heat here. Which means this will be heated up. Do we want that? Do we want to insulate it all the way down? I think we want to insulate that. Insulate, slow heating. There was a little bit of confusion about the piping here earlier, because this was originally the oil pipe. Well, that's why. So the oil pipe's getting in here, and that is getting cooled down all over the place. So that should be really good. And there's the gas. Comes in on this one and cools down throughout here. This is pumped directly into there at first. Yeah, okay. But this is giving off some cooling effect all the way up. This doesn't need to be insulated, but whatever. Well, this does, in case we open up this one and just flood the whole damn system. So that's how that is. I think no. I think I thought you are idle. You are idle, right? Printables, pips, print. Don't really need more pips, but whatever. Just chuck them in there. Stop clicking. 8. Why not? Right, you are charging. Wunderbar. And to run this, we need how much power? 120. So we could enable this. No real point in it right now, though. As long as we don't have the Wheeze words. Well, actually, it is 300. It's a bit more shifting. So, set that to 2 at least. So this is charging up fairly fast, which means we can research fairly goodly. Goodly doodly. Yeah. Good shit. The heat here is a little bit of a concern. You can dig that out. Wonder though, if it gets hot enough, could kill off this. I doubt it will though. Got water cooling it off here continuously, so it should be fine. Just building the walls just in case of a breach, and we don't dig into here unwillingly and whatnot. That's all it is. So yeah. It's all good in the hood. Got a lot of all the, let's see here, vermin, nutrient, muck root, and berry sludge. Yeah. I want a Wheezy words in there. I do have a Wheezy word, don't I? See, we're getting a little bit. Relocate right there. Niner and get one of these pips. Relocate that too. Put some ladders in over here. Alright, that should take care of that. That's just a lot to take care of. But digging out these two and cleaning them took about 100 cycles. So. And then we had this to clean out too and build all these canals and whatnot. So. No wonder it took so long. I want to sweep this up before we get started. Problem is the ice. So we could put the ice in there, or we could put it somewhere else. It's got a pretty produce a lot of water when it thaws. What the hell is this? Spigot seal. Alright. Where the hell is it? Where's the seal? It was there. Where's the spigot seal? Did it die? What's going on? Where the hell is it? Does this just need to be cancelled now? Is it dead? Surely it didn't run off. So what the hell? Spigot seal. Couldn't find. How the fuck did that happen? That seems highly unreasonable. So we can cancel that, because it's down there. So that's just a glitch in the matrix. Your problem is they're running all the way up. They're not running up in here, dumping it off to the closest. No, they gotta run it all the way. Because they're shits. Oxygen. Decor. Let's chuck it in there or there. One of the two. That requires power. Let's just draw it straight through here. Why not? We could use some oxygen diffusing over here too, I guess. So, da-dee-doo-da-da, dee-doo. That'll turn into polluted ice. That's the shit of it. Right. Right, you are up and running. Good. Good for you. This was salt water, which we don't want to unleash. So, it seems everything is just ice here now. Could put it in here, but I don't know. Yellow storage bin. Just sweep it all. Put the ice in there and see what happens, I guess. Nothing's growing there. We can make that a little deeper. Decor right there. Let's go all the way down there. Just in case. So if there's any spilling, it'll fall down here. If this thaws in there. That should be good. So the rads should be building up. Could you guys get this up and running? There we go. Liquefiable. There we go. Liquefiable. Good shit. Liquefiable and liquefiable. Yeah, we could sort it. We're not gonna. That is what it is. So you'll sort that out. Good shit. And you are almost charged. 48 out of 52. 49. 50. One. Alright. Omega 15. Save as new save. 16. There you go. That's about the fire. Oh. Alright. Maybe we caught that. I think it was a little bit slow. We'll see. The fuck is this? How'd you make nuclear waste? Dude. How the hell? Why are you... Did I take the wrong one here? Mop. There you go. Is that going to continuously produce nuclear waste? Radioactive contamination. So is this giving off rads? It's got germs. What the fuck? That just came out of nowhere, didn't it? Emitting liquid nuclear waste. Radioactive contaminant which emit radiation that can be absorbed by rad bulk generators. Okay, well, cool. More rads. Huh. Freezing point 26. It should be perfectly fine. Right where it is. Right? This won't break down or anything. But that just produces that from this one then. Funky. Right, we can do research now. We could try to get the beach chairs up. We could make glass. I guess we're gonna go for something a little bit more conservative. So we got the glass maker down there, and we could get the steam vent, solar panels. This I wouldn't mind having. Mini pumps. We don't have plastic yet, but we'll get there. But let's do this one for now. Botanical analyzer. I have no idea if I can make hybrids or whatever with this, but bioengineering, mutation station, botanical analyzer. Fuck it, let's do that one. Fuck it in a bucket. Okay, a little bit of cleaning around here wouldn't be bad. But we've been very busy lately, so yeah, it'll be a while before shit gets cleaned up. Alright, so you are... how's that list where it seemed to coming along? That's good. Right, so you can go back in there. Niner that. That should cool down this area. Sweet. I'm waiting a while for that. Yeah. Okay. Now you are spicing up all kinds of shit. I'm not doing the frost buns. So far, we don't have any germs in our water, which is very nice. I'm gonna keep that there because it suppresses the slime lung. So that's very nice. Right, but yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. I think I'm gonna just keep this running and do little tiny modifications as we go. Just keep an eye on it. And I'm gonna watch some other stuff. Just stop talking, basically. Dig this out. 4 is fine. Dig it all the way down here. So then we have this ice cave in here, whatever. We could dig out the entire thing. That would be interesting. But right now, we could potentially use this for oxygen generation if we just generated it down here. Hook it up to the hydrogen thingy, and then we get the oxygen on another pipe funneling through here, going out. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad at all. However, it is very tight in here. This is the water out, which maybe we want on this side now. If we're gonna do it here, we should figure that out before we fire it up. We definitely should. The hydrogen is getting rerouted back up because we got the hydrogen generator all the way up here. That is the only reason. If we move it down here, it'll make life a lot easier. So that's something to think about. But yeah. Just close this off. All we need is a door. Not up there, but... And then, yeah. So we could do that. If this place is hot, it doesn't matter. So that's one possible thing that we could do, but I'm not sure what I want. We should build those first. Could send a pip down here. Why are you down there? Dude. Get you back up here. You're not hot, are you? No. It was the Mammoth that was hot. Right. But you need arbor tree to make ethanol or something. Don't really care about it. That is done and dusted. There you go. You don't need to dig that. So that is a nice funnel right there. And then we can make a little passageway going in here. That is closed off, so that is fine. It's polluted oxygen. Shouldn't be anything hazardous in there. We're gonna have to get in there. So, ba-doom, ba-doom. We're gonna go through here. There's a bit of a window there. Let's just leave it. Let's dig that out. There's a lot to dig right there. Just make it 3, why not? And sure, why not? So that opens up this whole fucking thing. Auto harvest, body temperature. It's too cold. Yeah. And we'll see about that. There are so many things that we need to explore in Asgate. All these. I don't want to start doing that. It's just too much to think about. I just want to get this sorted out first. So, step 1 are these 2. Wait for them to go dormant, and then wait for this to fill up. And yeah. Good. So that is locked off. And 40 grams, 12 grams. A little bit concerned about the heat in here. It says here this can hold 75%, and this is made out of iron, I think. Copper. Why did I spend all my copper in here? Huh. Should have used gold, probably. I don't need automation for that. Either it works or it doesn't. That's basically how it goes. So this will not be engaged for a long time. I need to flood this fully first and stuff. I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuits. Anyway. That's fine. So we got some glass here. That's good. Give me some mushrooms. Alright. Alrighty-tighty. Alright. So we got ice up here too. Oh yeah. When this is up and running, we'll have power, and then we'll have oil, and we'll have water for oxygen, so no worries. As for algae, we should be good for now. Come on. 14 tons. That should last a while. We got more water in here too, so. Yeah. What we do need is a battery for this one. That we do need. We could chuck it up in there. I would like to get some cooling in here, but we just really need one, right? Really just need one. Yeah, that's fine. So that goes there, and then we automate. Since the green signal on the battery is less than the red, one battery is more than high threshold. Green signal enable. Now, this is a problem going through this door. That is a problem. We're not going to do that. There. Since the green one battery is less. That should be right. So lower threshold, let's put that to 70, and let's put this to 97. Maybe 96, there we go. So this should always be 70%. When it hits 80, we can start charging it. That'll be fine. Now we still have the runner. So he'll run all the way from 50 and to whatever. But we should get rid of these, shouldn't we? Let's do that. Should get more batteries in here, but I don't have a lot of space for it. Of course we could put it in here. We can chuck it in there. But this is the food section. I don't want any stuff in there. We get those two in there. We could have one down here. Nothing wrong with that. What is down here? Nothing? Shouldn't be anything down there. So, that's good right there. That's fine. Perfectly fine. The problem is when we hook up these things, we turn all this shit on. That's the real problem. This is 240, so it should have its own thing. We should cut this from the thing. That's what we should do. Now, we got this running for this one. When we're not researching, that's not gonna use too much, so that's fine. I should probably replace these, and then we got this supplying all of this farming stuff and mains, and this is its own little thing. So that's just the water sieve, which we got 2 of, and then there's the food. So that's all grand. Well, there's the oxygen too. Yeah, so that's gonna be good running. But we could have this on its own line to just power all of that, and then we make another hydro thingy down here if we get the oxygen. I don't think we're producing enough hydrogen for that though. So there's a couple of ways we can do this. Yeah. This is a triple thread, which means we gotta make a little bend in the pipes here to get stuff sorted out. Which is fine. We gotta redirect some of these pipes. But those are if we're gonna run oxygen here. But we can run oxygen through here. That's good enough. Just can't get it back out. You know? So, yeah. It's a little bit of a conundrum. I built too much too fast. Now, the oil shouldn't freeze at any point. Or maybe a -100 or something, I don't know. But it should take the cold down here. Oil is excellent coolant, I believe. Never really used it myself. See, this thing is, again, needs sweeping again. So, why that is, I'm not sure. But that's how it is. Why does it keep dissolving? Couldn't tell you. But we could make a little dip down here and sort it out. Thus solving the problem once and for all. See, it just dissolves nuclear waste, relocate. There. Pick it up and move it over. It's not gonna dissolve the wire, is it? That'd be funny as hell. Give me the damn thing, would you? Relocate there. Minor. Now everything should fall in here, right? Hopefully. But this is consistent RAS. Right? This will just remain there forever. Radioactive contaminants. Probably not a good thing having all these. Why are you sweeping it? Why are you dropping over there? What? That's bright. 10,000 lux. That's pretty bright. Liquid nuclear, relocate there. Empty. That should just stay in there. Don't ask me. I don't work here. New printables. Print it up. Okie dokie. You're cooling off, it's fine. This is heating up, it's okay. Yeah, it's getting a bit hot in here. Doesn't say that it's dormant. This did say when it was dormant. So I would expect the same thing from these things. I got a feeling that these are not supposed to be down here. They're supposed to be up here. Falling down here. But somehow they just fall through. And that's how this guy came down there. Something wrong with this place. I blame the nullifier. Anyway. Not quite sure how to solve this. I think I'm just gonna stop playing for now. Oxyfern is doing fine. I don't know. Just leave it slow rolling in the background. You know, there's a lot to sort out when it comes to down here, and you know, gotta pick up all these things and whatnot. There's a lot that's going on. It's getting a little bit uninteresting and more, you know, more of a hassle. You can have more speed, it's fine. You're done. And you're done. 18 versus 31. I mean, I could put more into, you know, strength. Why is this giving off nuclear waste? I don't know. It just is. It's not a bad thing though. Just ensures radiation really, which is good. Yes, 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 yes. So I have no idea what to do up here, and you know, I mean, after this point, after we get the oxygen flowing, then it's just more of the same. We can utilize salt water, we gotta refine that, and then we have more water, more oxygen. We can make carbon skimmer and whatnot, and then, you know, it's just collect these and relocate them, and yeah. But this is a really good level. I love the fact that this thing is down here. I'm just not setting it up properly. So I think I need to redo the whole damn thing, and that requires a lot of thinking, which I'm not interested in doing right now. So well, this time needs to go. Need to actually break it, huh? Fine. Crush it, smack it, grill it, drill it, kill it. And then there's this. Do we make oxygen in here? It's such a nice setup. Just make oxygen in here, pipe it through here, and voila. Bob's your fucking uncle. The problem is cooling the water. Getting that to a nice temperature. Stable temperature. That's the fucking problem. And it's just such a fucking asshole. Gotta loop everything and whatnot. I'm not really sure. I've never really done it properly. It's just, you know, because it all varies from time to time. So, you know, thermo sensor. That's basically what I gotta use. Then it's gotta open up vents and whatnot and send it into different directions and different parts of the pipe and whatnot. I mean, basically, if you had two parallel pipes going right, and you have sensors on the one pipe, and when it's the correct temperature, you pipe it over to the other one and just have that insulated and just pipe it wherever you want it to go. That's basically what you need to do. So, but setting it up and whatnot, it's a hassle. It's just, you know, really just gotta take your time and do it. And that's not really me. Stops being fun at that point. Look at you guys hugging your eggs. Yes. You're such nice pips. So, if we had a pip up here, these things would grow even faster. The eggs would hatch even faster and whatnot. Yeah. So to get a real efficient stable, you need at least one cuddle pip. You need shatterflocks for resources. You need lights to make the bristle blossoms grow, and you need these sweet waddles to do the plant thingy. Make them nice. Why are there no sweetlets in here? What the fuck happened? Hmm? What the holy fucking hell? Did they turn into worms and then died? I'm gonna relocate you up here. You're gonna like it, bitch. What do these fuckers eat? Sucrose and sulfur. Yeah, that might be the problem. Sweep. 7. If they eat too much sucrose, they become tame, right? I think that's how it works. Yeah, look at you doing stuff. And then if they're tamed, they die after a while. I'm not sure about that though. Once they get used to feeding, they need to feed continuously. There's something about that. Right, they all go there. Jumbo batteries. Kinda need that for this thing, but is it because it's too hot that it produces I don't know. I don't think it always produces radioactive waste. Nuclear waste. I think it's just in certain circumstances, but I'm probably wrong. Mop that shit, shithead. Why is it all the way over there? That makes no sense. You know? Screw you, I'm going home. Relocate over there. Relocate here. Minor. But yeah. I'm just gonna do it like that. That's what I'm gonna do. Now it's probably gonna jump over here. Or over there. Stay tuned. Find out. Etc. But on this go, we got water weeds running, so that's pretty nice. You know? We got all the things growing in the main base, so I'm fairly proud of that. I would like an arbor tree up here, but I haven't gotten that yet, which is a shame. C'est la vie. What are you doing, 10 copper? I guess we should do the wolframite. Or should we? Tungsten, what the fuck is it good for? Nothing. Or maybe it's sturdy. Tungsten. Resists a lot of heat. Maybe. hydrogen. Feed it to the smooth ash and they'll make tungsten. Better to do it there though. Extremely tough crystalline metal. Suitable for building power systems. Well, it's a bit late for that. Whatever. Only an engineer would care. Yeah, you don't sweep the shine bug egg. Water, sure, why not? You got skills? Trimmer, trimmer, okay. You can have some more. That's fine. Let's do athletics first. We're getting. You don't need operating. You really don't. Priorities, trimmer, operating. It's that one. Yeah. You're the rancher. Tidying is not really your thing. You are fully educated in it, but so harvester is the farmer and researcher. Yeah. Operating second. Building and digging you surely don't do. Neither does trimmer. Mechanic. Anyway. Too much shit is going on. You know? Dormant. Alright, time to dig it out. Save that. Dig her out, buddy boy. Alright, we got something to do. But, I'm done talking. Yeah. We got nothing more to say. We'll dig it out and do the things. See how it goes.